Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. A top XRP chart analyst says, hey, it's about time to start loading up on altcoins, of course, if you're in the market to do such a thing. And there's just an incredible opportunity in front of us. And it's fascinating to me. Because when there are market pullbacks like you have now, and whether or not you're in a bear market, you know, the bear market's the best time to pay attention. But even when you have a big pullback like this, over 50% pullback from Bitcoin's all-time high, $65,000 down to whatever got to about $28,000. Like when the price of a crypto asset class is suppressed like this, this is the most important time to pay attention. And so to you listening to this, I want to say kudos to you, not specifically for listening to my channel. I mean, yes, thank you. I appreciate the support, but for paying attention to crypto in general right now, because a lot of people aren't. And you know what they're going to do as soon as the market starts raging upwards in terms of just insane price action, which I think is inevitable, then they're going to start paying attention again, and they will have missed it at the opportunity to purchase much, much cheaper. That's what I suspect. And then I got to talk a bit about sentiment too, because sentiment, not so hot. But I want to be clear at the outset, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos purely as a fun hobby about Ripple and XRP and crypto, but that's all that's going on here, damn it. Now, as I record this, XRP's down to 61 cents. Bitcoin's at $32,820, market cap for the asset class down to 1.36 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 45%. And so really, we are just range bound here. It does seem like we've been for some time here, and people are getting bored and not paying attention, and it's just insane to me. And I know this is what I expect of humans. I get it, which is why I compliment you for being here. Everybody else is playing hooky out there, and it's gonna be too bad. But look at the sentiment out here. There's article after article. I don't really want to read through all this, but here's one from Crypto Newsflash. Poll shows investor sentiment is mixed as Bitcoin slips back to $32,000 support. And there's another one from You Today, basically covering the same topic. There's a poll by Peter Brandt, one of the most popular chart analysts on the planet in the world of crypto. And he put a poll out there just trying to, just kind of check the temperature of the room, right? And so he put out this poll. And where are the specifics right here? Put up a Twitter poll to kick off a poll about possible fall of Bitcoin below the $30,000 level. So he was trying to figure out what people are thinking is going to happen. And only, 31% think that Bitcoin will not break below $30,000. And in fact, 25% of those polled think that Bitcoin will collapse below $20,000. Now, my friends, nothing's impossible, so if it happens, it happens. But I'm just telling you, that would be the first time we've ever seen a test of a previous all-time high as support during a subsequent bull run. Like, this has never happened before. And frankly, if you follow chart analysts like, for instance, the Blockchain Backer, he does a good job of sharing specifics, chart activity today, how it compares to charts from the past, and there's just striking similarities. So that, in conjunction with the fact that we haven't seen all the other altcoins take off, I just don't believe that we're going to see Bitcoin get that low. It's fine, not literally impossible, but I would be very surprised. I just don't think it's probable at all. And we're certainly not in a bear market here. But it's just whatever direction price action is going, people just feel like it's going to do that forever. So if you're in a bull market when Bitcoin is at 65,000, oh yeah, we're going to have $100,000 Bitcoin in no time. Of course, then the market tanked. And then when things are down like this, it's going to keep going. We're going to see $20,000 Bitcoin or worse. Oh, okay, guys. No, that's not what's probable. But look at the Fear and Greed Index. It's at 20 out of 100, indicating extreme fear. And it's just a shame. And then you look at all the analysts that I follow, the respected analysts that I follow, the degree to which they keep a level head, it's admirable. Seriously, take a look at this. This is a new tweet from Credible Crypto. He wrote the following. During our last bull run, there were multiple instances where Bitcoin dominance spiked for some relief on its way down. I still fully expect a new all-time low on Bitcoin dominance before this bull run is over. Eyes on altcoins if/when Bitcoin dominance hits 50 to 55%. That will probably be the best time to load up on altcoins. And so don't be surprised. This has happened before, and I've been talking about this a little bit on the channel. And so he still does believe, though, ultimately you're going to see an all-time low for Bitcoin dominance this market cycle. And it doesn't mean that Bitcoin will necessarily be crashing at that time. It will be because altcoins will be outpacing Bitcoin, because there's all sorts of altcoins right now that haven't done a whole lot. I mean, relative to the gains you've seen for Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and a handful of others, most altcoins, they haven't done anything yet. So when they do get going, yes, that pacing, of course, it's going to outstrip what Bitcoin's doing, and you will probably, I believe, see a new all-time low on Bitcoin dominance. And it doesn't mean that the price for Bitcoin will be down. It's just other coins are doing more awesomer, all right, if I could word it like that. And I can, because it's my channel, damn it, and I do what I want. And then there was this tweet from Credible Crypto on May 10th this year. Want to know when you should start taking profit on your altcoins and start being cautious about a potential end to this bull run? When Bitcoin dominance falls below 30%. Until then, you're selling too soon. And so I am going to be watching for that. As soon as I see that, like the grand finale, like yesterday I was comparing it to like the grand finale in a fireworks show. As soon as we see every coin popping off, just rocketing, that will be my indication that I want to get the hell out of the market. And so, in fact, I'm probably going to sell, if not all of my crypto, the vast majority of it. I'm certainly, the idea of me selling 100% of my crypto holdings certainly on the table. Because if it just becomes, if it becomes worth a certain, I'm going to have to take the risk off the table, right? But it does depend just how high it gets. Credible Crypto seems to feel the same, so he wrote the following. For now, I sell all my holdings when I think we have reached a bull cycle top or close to it. That may change down the road, but for now, that's my plan. Which, by the way, I think is reasonable, because I fully anticipate you're going to see this bubble inflate and then pop, and then prices will probably crash 80-90%. And so, since I do firmly believe that will happen, I don't really want to hold on to all of my crypto for another multi-year bear market. I'd rather just sell on the way up, even though I won't be able to perfectly nail the top, and I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to sell on the way up, whatever. Because look, if the pricing looks good to me and I'm like, yes, I would like this amount of profit, I'm going to look at that and not beat myself up for not selling the top. But then, after prices crash, I'm still going to be here. Like, I'm going to be loading up on crypto on the cheap during this upcoming bear market. And so to me, that's just what makes sense. Now, when things get way less volatile, as eventually, probably a long time from now, but when there's less of a frenzy around the cycle, maybe I'll get to a point where, yeah, maybe I don't try and just, maybe I don't worry about these 80% pull downs anymore, because I don't think you're going to have this level of volatility forever here. And so maybe there would be a point where I just hold on to some crypto forever, but we're not there yet. Given the volatile nature of the asset class, to me, it just doesn't make sense for myself to do that, so I'm not going to. But yeah, other stuff, like obviously, I'm not. It's not like I'm trying to figure out boom and bust cycles within the stock market and stuff. Like, for me, when it comes to something like that, just investing in an index fund, it's just like, hold and don't worry about anything else. Like, that's because if you just don't worry about the pullbacks in the stock market, like, you're reducing your risk to your own human mistakes. Like, that's the way that I look at it. So eventually, yeah, I'm going to treat crypto like that, but not while there's this incredible level of volatility. And my crypto holdings are already worth a lot right now, like in terms of percentage of all of my, like, my entire net worth. And so, yeah, they can absolutely get to such a level where I'm like, okay, this is too much. Let's take this off the table, because I do think it's going to crash. Now, here's a little warning. This is not to scare everybody, because this chart analyst, just to be clear, very bullish on XRP, but in the short term, potentially not. And so I saw, out of all the analysts that I follow, today I saw two analysts that were talking about this potential price action that's negative for XRP, but I'm not seeing a ton of them talk about it. So I just thought I'd go ahead and mention it. Fair enough. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, and even if it does, it's not the end of the world. But sometimes just being armed with this knowledge, in case it happens, might help you to react with a lot less emotion than if you're unaware of the potential for this to occur. Because look, I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. I'm just saying, whatever you want to do, remove emotion, because making important financial decisions based on emotion, not a good idea. It's the same for any important decision in life, right? And so here's what chart analyst Leb Crypto said about XRP. 40 cents is a magnet unless price manages to break out of falling wedge, And then in parentheses he wrote, only if Bitcoin shows strength. Don't give up on the standard. I still think XRP is going to have a great year and beyond once this mid-bull market correction completes. And so that's why I'm saying here, like in the short term, for people that are interested in purchasing, they might view this as a tremendous opportunity as back the truck up and scoop in a bunch of XRP on the cheap. And even, I suspect even XRP being at 61 cents at the time of recording this, this is going to look cheap, dirt cheap by the end of this market cycle. I firmly suspect that will be the case. So you do whatever you want here. I haven't purchased XRP since October of last year because I have enough. It's my largest crypto holder. I was like, I got to stop or else I seriously have a buying problem. And also, I was anticipating that we were going to be in bull mode roughly over the next 12 months. And so for my XRP holdings, I just wanted to make sure I had held on to them for at least a year because I live in the United States and you get taxed at a lower rate if you sell, if you've held them for at least a year. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to not see a parabolic run for XRP personally until after the beginning part of October, and then I'm good. just for me personally. So we'll see what happens though. I mean, with all the correction that's happening, it's probably not going to be an issue. But I will admit, for much of this year, I've been a little bit nervous because I'm like, well, if it rockets up, I have to sell it whenever it does it. Like that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get obliterated by the tax implications. But if that happens, but now I'm not so convinced that it's going to be a problem here. So, but we'll see. Then here's a tweet from chart analyst Michael Vandepop. Bitcoin is still acting inside a range. This means remain calm and stay patient, as it's not bad that Bitcoin takes its time before a new impulse wave starts. Accumulate, zoom out, enjoy life. Sage wisdom indeed. And then he wrote this also. People really want to short at the bottom and long at resistance. Ain't that the truth? The typical, like the stereotypical crypto retail investor is ridiculous. Seriously. A lot of mouth breathing going on. Like, oh, I'm doing the crypto stuff. Thank you, Mr. Mouth Breather. Michael Vandepop also wrote this. I think the altcoins are close to a bottom too. Litecoin and other altcoins reject a crucial level of resistance, but they are seeking a bit more confirmation before the trend can shift. A higher low or double bottom will do with bullish divergence. So look, it's all good things in time, people. This is not the end of the world. And here's another tweet. This is a cryptocurrency I'm not familiar with named Swipe, but I just wanted to highlight this because look, there are patterns in the charts that actually look bullish even right now. That's why I've been actually highlighting outlier cryptocurrencies, even if I know nothing about them, because it doesn't matter. Like, I firmly believe the whole market's just going to pop off. It's not about fundamentals, really. Unfortunately. I say unfortunately, only in the sense that fundamentals, I want them to matter more than they do to people participating within the market. But on the flip side, it makes me feel much more certain that everything that I'm holding will eventually be worth substantially more as the bubble inflates. And then, of course, it's going to pop, and then everything will be worth like nothing after that. But it makes me feel good about what I've done to this point. But anyway, so he wrote, nothing has changed on Swipe, cryptocurrency named Swipe. I'm still expecting that a bull cycle is around the corner. So take that for what it's worth. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Ambessa. The market is cleaning itself this summer. If you remember the euphoria and greed, it's super healthy. Be patient with Twitter too. People that lose a lot of money are salty and toxic, but those who are will go away soonish. We will stay. That's certainly true, and I'm not kidding you. Like, I have noticed there's a lot less participation on social media of the crypto populace, if you will, and it's very noticeable to me. And so these people are all going to come back, and a whole bunch of new people will jump in, but there's less interest in crypto right now, which is why, again, I said a couple times towards the beginning part of this video, kudos to you, I mean it. This is the best time to pay. It's the most important time to pay attention, especially for those that are still building out positions. Yes. and so people don't want to buy stuff when it's cheap. When stuff starts ramping up, people are just going to FOMO in like a bunch of damn idiots. You do you. You do you. Oh, my. Good stuff here, but I'll tell you, I'll go ahead and wrap up here, but let me know how are you feeling. Hopefully you're feeling better than most people in crypto on Twitter, at least, because of so many of them that are still here not too thrilled. And it just, whatever the sentiment, the general sentiment is, it's almost always wrong. So I don't care. I'm having a good time here, frankly. It's a party or a day in the life of Moon Nambo. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Nambo.